Hello guys. In this video, I would like to explain to you guys how you can pick your entry, the structure mapping, how you can know whether the structure is valid or invalid, then how you can pick an entry, the valid POI, and the one that is not valid, which we call the smart money trap, SMT. So let's dive into it. As you can see here, I want to make an illustration. If you have a market that is giving you this like this, so let's assume this is a pullback. So in this case now, some people made a mistake by doing this, by thinking this is a break of structure, break of structure, break of structure. This is not a break of structure. What you do is, you see, when you see something like this, these are impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction. Before you can have a structure, market must take out one of the correction, at least like this, and mitigate something, probably push up, then drop. And when you see that drop, that's when you have a structure. Because market took out this level, at least one of these, which is the recent one, doesn't mean we have a change of character. That's why most of you guys get trapped. So it means that we have this level, the high, which means that if market come above here, that's when we have a change of character. And looking at this, if we have a current situation here, then this last pullback before the market break this low will serve as our inducement. So if we have this situation like this, all we need to do is to wait for this level. Immediately market take out this level, come pull back like this, that means this is our low, then this is our high. So how do you pick your entry? First of all, you mark out your inducement, then you look for another pullback that is valid. Let's say this is another pullback that is valid now. This one, let's say, is not valid. This is a pullback, then this is going to be your first POI. Then you come to the extreme and look for valid order block. Valid order block must have a fair value gap. So if you have the order block with fair value gap here, then you mark it like this. So in a situation that we have a market reacting this way, like this, market reacting this way, push up, and market mitigates this level and reacted, then we have break of structure. So it means that we are not going to use this one again, because market have moved away from it, and this will be our new high. So it means that we have high here, we have low here. So new low can only be created after market. If we say this is our new low, what about if the market creates another pullback, like impulse correction like this, and drop? So we are unable to ascertain our new low here until market do what? Market take out the previous high. So this level will serve as our inducement, and immediately you get that, you come to the highest point that created our last high, then you look for valid order block. Once you have your valid order block here, then you look for the second order block, which is this. Remember, I said if this have a valid order block, maybe he has a valid pullback and he also have an imbalance, which is fair value gap. Let's say this doesn't have and this one has, then we are looking at this one. But in a situation that this one have, then we have this as our POI, this and this, and this level is going to be invalid, this POI level. We are not going to use this because this is going to be SMT. So that's why you will see that market will do something like this. It will fail this one, but it will also do what? You will think, okay, maybe it's respecting this one. You will see that market just come back for liquidity, then it will mitigate this one, then market will do what? And it will collapse. So this how you pick your structure and also you pick your entry. Remember, you only have two valid POI when you are marking your structure, and your attention should only be on those two. Not that based on your time frame, not that market will always follow these things, but whichever time frame you are looking, this is just the only two POI you should be looking for. Market is not only following your own time frame. Let's say market get to this level and sold now, and sell down. It doesn't mean this level hold. It might mean that in, maybe you are using 1 hour now, it might mean that in 4 hours, this level is where the valid POI is, and market respected that 4 hours valid POI. So let's say you are using 15 minutes and market refuse to mitigate your own POI. It might be respecting someone else's POI, which is 1 hour. But at any time frame you are looking at, this is what you're supposed to be looking at. So, and I will advise that you stick to just one time frame. The only thing that can make you to go for two time frame is, let's say market get to this POI, then you now go to, let's say this is your 15 minutes or this is your 1 hour. Let's say this is your 1 hour and you go to your 5 minutes. Probably you are looking for a very sniper entry, or you are looking for extra confirmation. That's why you need to go to lower time frame. But if you are not really worried about that, following this alone will actually make you profitable. So if you understand this, let me now show you on the real chart. Look at this. We have a situation whereby this market was bearish. So systematically, you need to come back and see what the market has been doing temporarily and permanently recently. So look at this. We have our change of character here. The market went back and take out this liquidity. This liquidity is what we call IDM sweep and IDM the liquidity. Market take out inducement, like market take out this inducement and refuse to mitigate here and refuse to mitigate here and drop. So that's the scenario. If I'm to explain that here, let's say this is it. The market sweep this high, take out this high, refuse to come to our POI and drop. It means that our new high is here. Then we repeat the same thing. Inducement, if we have inducement here, then we look for POI. So we are not taking inducement entry. We are only taking POI entry. So look at this, because inducement entry can also get you confused. So you don't need to take every opportunity in the market. You only need to take the opportunity presented by the market that fits into your plan. That's why a lot of people are just running up and down. So if you look at it now, market mitigates, this is where we're coming. Market mitigate this level, take out this liquidity, and then what? And drop. So in that scenario, look at this. Market did a kind of, after we had a drop here like this, let me mark it. After we had a drop here like this, you see, market drop again, market drop again, market drop. So as I explained, this level is going to serve as our what? As our liquidity. Then this immediate POI, let me remove this. This immediate POI, because this is the valid POI and this is the extreme. No any other block here with fair value gap. If I'm to show you, you will see that this one has fair value gap here. That's why this other block is valid. Then look at this. This one also have fair value gap. That's why this other block is valid. So, but because we only know that market respect just two POI, then we mark out this our two POI, and you see when market take out this inducement, market fail this one, and some people will mark this as a POI. No, you see that markets also did what? Markets also failed this one. This is SMT. This level is what we call our SMT. You don't take trade here. You only take trade at the extreme. And you see how markets respected this level nicely. So this all you need to do. Come here, put your entry here. Because you don't want to be stopped out, you put your entry at the high of this level, and you target this level. That's all. And you see how clean this thing comes out. So now we have a break of structure because this level has been valid, confirmed as a break of structure. So we have confirmed break of structure here. Let me mark it well. Confirmed break of structure here. Now, what are we going to look at? Look at this. After we have break of structure, market did what? Market gave us this last pullback. This place as the last pullback. If I'm to trace it, you will see that we have this, and we have this. Break of structure confirmed. So this is our inducement, and this other block here is our POI. Why? Because we have a fair value gap in between. So if you see fair value gap, this makes this POI to be valid. Look at this. Some people will be waiting for here, maybe this level. Market do not come here. Even if market is going to come here, this will be the high probability level you should take the trade from. So in this case, see where market respected. Market respected this POI and did what? Put your entry a little bit here, target here, and you have your ratio 1 to 3, not less than ratio 1 to 3. So you see, it means that we have our high here. If market violate this high, it means that we have change of character. So this POI, this structure was confirmed here. Look at this again. Immediately, when market was coming down like this, market did this, and market dropped. So what are we looking at? This is our high. We wait for market to take out this level. And as you can see, when market took out this level, it means that this is our POI. Why? Because this is a valid pullback, and this is like this. This is valid because when market was coming, market did this. Probably I will have to do video on how to identify valid pullback, then drop. So we pick a POI here. Why do we pick a POI here? Because one, this is our decisional POI and it has imbalance. Then this is our extreme POI. This week is our extreme POI. So, and as you can see, market went straight to this extreme POI. Straight. You might ask that this one doesn't have a valid imbalance. Yes, it doesn't have the valid imbalance, but this is an hidden POI like this because this candle close above this candle, sweep this previous candle as a POI, then as a liquidity, then close below, and market never retest this week again. So if you look at it, market asked you to come back there. And why? Because this is the only available POI that we can mark here. Anything above here is what? Is a change of character. So if you take a trade here and put your stop loss above the structure, you see what is going to happen. Straight to your TP. So look at this again. You have a situation whereby this is our recent high. Let me use this as our recent high. As I said, just two POI. Break of structure confirm again. Break of structure confirm again like this. Because market has taken out inducement, mitigate our POI. And look at this. It means that this is our high. Then market created a swing like this. Look at this. Market did this. Market did this. Market did this. Market did this and created small pullback and drop. So in this case, this level will serve as our inducement. This level, because this is the only place, let me remove this. This is the only place we have. If you look at it, this is a valid order block. But because this other block like this one is what we're supposed to pick. But because this one doesn't have POI, we have to move it to the one with POI, which is this black candle, this one. So you see as sweet as the market just went there and did what? And reacted from it. Remember, we have one POI here, then another POI, which is going to be our extreme, will be here. So, but it's obvious that market has respected this one now. So that's how the whole process will continue. If market refuse to create another low like this, like maybe breakdown, and instead our current inducement will be here. So it means that we are yet to confirm this break of structure because market is still unable to create the new inducement for us. So the current high will be an inducement. That's why you see a scenario that the market will do this and still mitigate this level and drop. So that's how the process will continue. I don't want this video to be too long. So if you have any other question, you can ask me. But if you pick these two POIs, then just watch it, understand the market structure, understand when the valid break of structure happen and when it's not valid. Then pick your two POI, then follow suit. Then you will see the change in your entries and your profitability. Thank you guys. Bye for now.